What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and finally, after like many months, welcome back to a BMW K1100RS video. This one's kind of coming out of left field because Christian and I finally pulled the trigger on something crazy, a crazy modification for this bike.
If you have ever heard of a cafe racer, you know they are super cool, totally awesome, and perfect for this motorcycle.
We bought this bike because A, it's cool just as a K1100, but in the back of my mind, I always wanted to do a cafe racer build. So we just kind of left it sitting until we found somebody who could do it. And Christian, did we find somebody who could do this or what?
We found the best place to go with this bike. We met him through AZ Cycle Parts. He's the one who helped us dismantle our Porsche engine to see what went wrong with it. And after talking to him further, he saw the bike on the channel and he's like, I can help with that.
One of his hobbies and little side gigs is messing around with motorcycles, so he was pretty backed up with other projects, so it just kind of waited until he was freed up, and the day has come where we are going to go look at it for the first time. Christian actually transported it last night.
He's got both of them.
Yeah, we haven't even mentioned the other one.
That's right, a little bonus project. We're gonna see how good Ryan really is because we brought him both ends of the spectrum.
We'll show you more of the other bike in just a second. We're rolling up in like 2 minutes, so we will introduce, well, you guys already know Ryan from the past videos, and we'll let him start the teardown of the two motorcycles. And this video, we need you guys to help us decide what route we want to go with the cafe racer. There's so many different options because it's a completely custom one-off, you know, build that we can have a lot of flexibility. So we need you guys to comment down below.
I'm leaning toward a budget build. Jeffrey's leaning toward a no budget build. And I think we're gonna meet somewhere smack dab in the middle.
Oh, I think we're in the right place. Oh, there she is. There's our bike and a couple other bikes. He wasn't kidding when he said he's busy. Look at all these other motorcycles here. Let's go check them out. Real quick, guys, we got to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, Titan. Now, something I'm sure we can all agree on is the fact that investing is a critical part of setting yourself up for a successful financial future. While the general idea of investing may sound simple, I know in actuality it can be very challenging navigating the financial world, and that's where Titan can help. Titan is an elite investment firm for the everyday investor, offering the best investment experience in the world in a way that's accessible for all incomes. They built a mobile app and not an ETF or a mutual fund because it allows them to explain to you exactly what's happening on how they're managing your money. You'll get direct exposure to their investment manager via video content. Titan's unique strategy has led them to outperform all major indexes and robo-advisors since their inception. Titan now manages over $500 million for over 25,000 investors and counting. I'm personally a client of Titan and I invest in their flagship portfolio. All it takes is $100 to get started on your journey toward wealth and savvy investing. Get started today at titan.com/jrgarage to get your first 3 months of expert investment management for 0 fees. That's right, just go to titan.com/jrgarage for 3 months free. Once again, that is titan.com/jrgarage. Thank you, Titan, for supporting this channel and making videos like this possible. Now, without further ado, back to the vlog. Hello, Ryan, meet the vlog. Vlog meet Ryan. We just rolled up and immediately I saw this CBX. This is the 6-cylinder bike, right?
Yeah, 1050.
Count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh.
Okay, I want to hear it. You gotta hear it. Oh, wow. Wow, that's some engineering right there, because this was in like the 80s, right?
This one's in 1981.
6 cylinders going across. Look how wide that is, so cool.
6 carburetors.
6 carburetors. That's what I was reading, because we almost bid on one of these things at auction. They're like, oof, tuning in, dialing in all the carbs, especially after it's been sitting. They said a little bit of a challenge, right?
Yeah.
Our bike's not quite as cool as this, but I think it will be. Some Harley, okay. And then there's our bike. Obviously, we have a lot of decisions to be made on that one. And how's the Yamaha over here? Oh, whoa, look at that. Oh my gosh. Like we said in the intro, there's a second bike, and it's this one right here. You may have seen this in the background of some of the other videos, but this actually is a 1973, I think, DT250, that's what they call it? Yeah, the DT250 Yamaha 2-stroke. Our dad bought this bike brand new in 1973 when he was in middle school or high school or whatever. He rode this thing for 22,000 miles. When he moved and grew out of it in the year 1980, he parked it and never rode it again. So obviously it needs to be fully gone through, but we do want to keep the originality of like the original paint and some of the patina. Look, here's his parking pass from Arizona State University, expires 1978. But obviously it's not safe if it's not gone through. You know, we don't want to go blowing the engine and stuff. What are your plans with this to bring it back to life a little bit?
So for the DT, pretty much we'll go through the engine. We'll get a new top end for it pretty much, which means we'll get a new piston, rings, and then send the cylinder out to get rehomed. Go through your oil pump here, and we'll replace all the cables and everything. That way it keeps the original look, but makes you safe to ride again. Get new tires on it.
40-year-old dry rotted tires may not be the best thing for it. Okay, so not too hard given that it's just 1 cylinder instead of 6.
It's a lot easier than that.
Okay,
We're not going to be
good.
rebuilding the engine on the K1100RS.
No.
What have you done so far this? Okay, so there's your update on the Yamaha. More to come later. The first, startup, whenever that is down the line, with the new rebuilt motor and all the nice fun new bits. I think it'll be so fun, especially to surprise our dad again with it all. It's going to be so fun. This is kind of cool. You just removed, what, the lower fairings, engine fairings?
Yeah, just gives you kind of a better idea of what the end result's going to be more or less looking like.
Not gonna lie, it's already looking cool. Like, I can see it coming to life right now because the engine.
People like these things, they run forever.
Flying bricks seem to run forever. They do not die.
Heck yeah, that's what I like to hear. Oh man, yeah, so 4-cylinder engine, about 100 horsepower. So that's all gonna stay. We're not gonna touch anything in that department. Maybe throw an exhaust on. Gotta throw an exhaust on somehow.
I want to throw an intake and an exhaust on.
Yeah, that sounds
All
like,
custom
see?
made.
You told us to come down here because we got a lot of options to go over. I know you've done some similar builds. What do we have in mind to make this thing into a one-off custom cafe racer style bike?
But on a budget.
And on a little bit of a budget to keep Christian happy,
So obviously, we'll get rid of all the plastics and stuff. Get rid of the 1990s, or technically BMW's like 10 years behind aesthetically, so like 80s.
Yeah, okay, it does look very 80s, 90s, especially the front headlight and everything. Yeah.
But because this is kind of your guys' first actual street bike,
Right.
We'll go through the effort and keep the ABS module, which is a huge hunker thing, and we'll get that nice and tucked away, hidden, so you guys don't even have to see it.
Okay, I like that.
We'll get full custom brake lines across the whole thing, so everything works as intended. We'll get rid of the cluster and everything, so we'll get some new gauges in that will have everything there, plus the coolant temp and the gas condensed just onto two nice sleek looking.
Oh heck yeah, that'd look good. This looks very E36 M3-esque.
So we got to go analog. We need to go like extra retro, extra.
What do you think? Have you done
simple.
both?
I've done both.
Digital versus analog?
So that's really a personal preference. If you want more of a more modern cafe, or we want to keep it more retro.
That's a good question. So by the end of this video, guys, we're gonna have about 5 or 6 decisions you need to make. And number 1, we'll just make a list. When you comment down below, write the list down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So number 1 is the cluster. Do we go digital or analog, kind of keep it old school, or really make it a modern looking display? So that's number 1. Number 2, we got more options. Should we talk suspension?
And if you want to talk suspension, remember we got to keep this budget friendly.
Yeah, exactly. See, we already have an upgraded suspension, right? So
you already got technically an upgraded suspension. You got nice front shock.
could we be good enough to rock this stock upgraded suspension, or is there some things you'll want to do or have to do?
So just the rebuild of the front fork?
Yeah, but I mean, rebuilding the front fork, the whole thing's coming apart. So that one assembly is going to be in about 14 other pieces.
Holy man. Well, I guess that can be number 2, guys. Keep the original suspension, which is upgraded and decent, or go full blown. What would a really expensive package be?
Probably an additional $6,000.
Costs a lot of money.
Oh,
Lightening this thing up a little bit. I'm sure that would always help. We're fortunate that we've got some height to us, so we've got some better leverage going against the bike. But still, this to be like one of the first motorcycles we ride.
You want to see my first bike?
what's your first bike?
I actually have it right here.
Oh, what? Still got your first bike?
This thing.
Oh, dang. Okay, that looks heavy.
If you think I'm a porker, then just come right out and say it.
That is heavier than your bike.
4-cylinder Honda. What even is it?
That is the
GL1000?
First generation Goldwing. That one's a 1975 GL1000. That's the
another
first
one.
year they ever built the Goldwing.
So we're gonna save some weight. Are we gonna shave off some weight, like 50, 100 pounds? Like,
Doesn't it already look lighter without
it does look lighter. This thing looks like I could just lift it in the back of a truck right now. So how much you think if you had to guesstimate? 50? 100?
I'd stick closer to 50.
Okay, maybe 50 pounds. Cool, that definitely helps. All right, so after suspension, we kind of talked about engine. We're keeping that stock because it's already plenty of power. Brakes, it has pretty good brakes, right? Brembo brakes. So, all right, we're good in that department. So number 3, the seat. Obviously, I don't think we're rocking that anymore.
Nah, we'll get rid of that. When you say Cafe Racer, I want to keep it the Cafe Racer thing.
So one seat. I mean, what if we got a cute date on the back? You know, then we need.
Well, you know.
Then you take out the car.
And then you take out the car.
If you want, we could try a double-seater and see how it turns out.
Or like 1.5.
Well, I don't know where you're going to find half a person.
Yeah. Okay, well, just send us some ideas and we'll see what looks good.
Do you think a 2-seat Cafe Racer is possible in your imagination?
Good call. Number 3 is the seat. What kind of design should we go with? Because you can do so many different things for the seat. Like I've seen diamond stitch like crazy fancy seats, small ones, big ones, but the location stays about the same, right?
Yeah,
or would that get shifted at all?
The main location would be here.
Okay.
And if it was a 1-seat, your hump would start here. Pretty much we'd be also shortening the
yeah,
bike.
and it really gives it that aggressive look. I think we're gonna have to go with the 1-seat then, guys. What do you think? Because then, yeah, that really slopes it off, gives that like a speedster look.
And you'd save a little bit of weight by that too.
Yeah, saving some weight.
Cleaning it up.
Ooh, okay guys, that's number 3. Comment down below.
What about paint color?
Ooh, that's a big number 4. What do you guys think about paint?
Because when we do the rear seat, whether it is a 1 or a 2-seater seat, and with the hump, we have to paint the main parts, the tank and the thing.
Guys, number 4 is the paint. Please help us with paint color. Do you like the red? I like the red. I like red things. Red cars, red bikes, that's cool. But then again, if we're looking for like a sleek, stealth look, you may want to go with some darker color. Some of those black ones or dark blue, they look so sick.
I've also seen some photos of some white with like some BMWs, like 3 stripes that they're kind of known for.
Oh yeah, the BMW stripes, integrating those 3 M colors. That could be cool. Vote on the color, please. And sure, I guess we'll do number 5 is the front fender. Do we keep it or leave it? I'll put a picture of both to give you guys an idea.
That's huge. I think that's gotta go.
Yeah, I don't like, it is pretty big. I don't think I like the design of it either. All right guys, keep it, ditch it, or swap it. That's number 5. Obviously, we can go with a different headlight, right? We're not keeping this. Does everybody do a single light or do they do like dual lights or?
What is the latest and greatest?
The most common is a single headlight.
Single, clean. Wheels, that's number 6, the wheel design. So we could keep these if we wanted to.
Yes.
If we liked the retro's 90s look and we didn't want to get rid of these things, but Christian, thoughts?
Just paint them black.
Yeah, I don't know. The 3-spoke design, it's kind of fun and unique and very K1100-esque, but
A little too modern.
you think too modern?
Yeah.
You think these look too modern? Oh, for Cafe Racer and stuff. I don't know. Christian's saying maybe you could keep them and change the color. I mean, they can't be that much money, right? Oh, he's already giving us ideas.
So,
Obviously not the right size.
Yeah.
We can do many spokes. We can keep the originals. We can do so many things. I mean, they're not that much money, right? How much are?
Well, we can swap some spoke rims on there. It'll cost another like $800.
What do you guys think? Guys, if we see enough love for changing the wheels out, we'll totally do that. That's number 6. So you gotta comment down below. Keep them, swap them, change the color, or go something totally custom.
Or how about something off of, another bike? Any other of these similar generation BMWs come with any other wheels that like the K75 and the K100 and...
You guys gotta vote down below. Number 6, the wheels. Okay, are we missing anything? Well, what about grips and handlebars? Does all this stuff go bye-bye? All these buttons? Look at all, you got all these fancy controls.
Well, that was another thing that we would have to discuss. You
Oh.
want to keep the heated grips.
Oh, it's got heated grips on it?
That's what this is. That's your heated grip.
Was that an option or they come factory?
That's factory.
Oh, wow.
Every BMW, even my bike over there, technically has heated grips.
How much weight are we saving? How much time, simplicity?
Simplicity, you're saving a lot.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
okay. All right, then, yeah.
Yep.
Let's do it. We don't need it.
Hopefully by the end of this build, the only thing you'll see on each one is a line for the brake and a line for the clutch.
How about the mirrors? Like dropping them low or...
We could do some bar end mirrors. The problem is bar end mirrors are kind of useless if you try to use them. Your arms either in the way,
I was thinking about that. I saw a picture of one and I was thinking about exactly that.
Again, whatever you think is simple,
Because mirrors
efficient.
are required, right?
Mirrors are required.
But any inspections that the state does for this bike?
There is no state inspections in Arizona.
Well, then who would know?
Genius.
The cop that wants to pull you over.
If you guys have any ideas on the mirrors, comment down below. But
Me and Christian talked a little bit about this yesterday. How loud do you want this bike to be?
Do you know who I am?
guys, how loud do we want this bike to be? You know you are talking to Jared Ross, the king of straight piping every car that they get.
Well, do you want to go with maybe something more of a MotoGP?
Christian, what do you think?
I like the sound of a high-pitched screamer kind of sound. And it would be in place with a BMW like this. I think it would sound exotic. How is the header right now? Is it 4-into-1, 4-2-1?
4-into-1.
What options do we have? You said so.
I
There's
hear it run first. What if stock is amazing?
heck no, that's gonna be quiet. I watched some straight pipe videos. It sounds really good. I think, but maybe it's too loud. Like, what's too loud? Like,
Well, you want me to start the Harley if you want loud? Obviously, this will sound a whole lot different than that bike would. Right?
so like, let's see what loud sounds like in Ryan's opinion. That is loud. Okay. Oh boy. So does that have any muffler or resonator or anything?
No, that is pretty much a straight pipe.
Okay.
Can this get that loud?
Yeah,
It could?
I can
dang.
make it louder than this.
Oh, sure. Muffler, cat, and then 4-into-1. Oh, yeah, I see it now. I've never looked at this thing from the bottom. All right, so 4-into-1, into the cat, into the muffler. So, loudest would obviously be just taking the 4 headers, running it back, or spitting it out the side, bottom, whatever. That'd be loudest. 8,500 RPMs, that would sound beautiful.
So we would want to put a nice tip on it or something to give it a nice note.
Right, okay, so we could throw on like a resonator or muffler, just some little, chill it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Comment down below, that is number 7. How loud on the exhaust? 1 to 10. If you had to rate it, stock is 1, quiet. 10 is literally straight headers, open headers to the pipe to the back. Comment how loud you want it, and please vote as close to 10 as possible. And if you guys help us in the comment section down below, we're gonna read through a ton of entries, kind of average them out, see what you guys think over those, what was that, 6 or 7 bullet points? So yeah, go to the comments and write down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and write your answers to each of those questions. That would be greatly appreciated, guys. And then we'll be able to have some answers for you, so you can continue working on this by the time the video goes live. In the meantime, you have a Yamaha to work on. How long is that going to take? Well, what do you guess on this?
We're hoping to have the motor back in the bike up and running within 2 weeks.
Are we going to keep the Yamalube system?
We'll just go in, inspect the Yamalube system.
Mhm.
If it's good, then we'll slap it back on and
Sounds good to me.
let you guys keep running it.
And last thing, obviously, we don't have dual Brembos. As long as they're good enough, right? Do they need to be looked at or anything? Are you going to look at those? Or?
We're going to go and replace the pads, because if the pads are the original pads, then they have broken down and they're not going to be very good.
Okay, sounds good to me. We're not going to be setting any records with this thing, but as long as it goes and stops safely.
Get the plate re-registered and then,
Oh yeah, is it expired? Are we going to get pulled over with this?
Not January yet.
Oh, perfect.
January's in 3 months.
Oh, he was saving the engine removal for us. Whoa, this has never been out of the bike its whole life.
Half the weight of the bike right there.
No way. It's free. How's it look for 22,000 miles in 50 years? Did our dad do okay taking care of it?
it doesn't look too bad overall.
Okay.
I've seen a lot worse bikes.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, that was a fun video. I surely learned a whole lot. We haven't ever really done a lot with motorcycles, so you educated us a lot in that last 25 minutes. It's cool seeing all these bikes and the CBX.
Motorcycles are so cool.
Can't wait to get riding these 2 things. Ryan, thank you so much for making this happen.
You guys know that if you left these projects to us, we'd never have gotten around to them. Unfortunately, leaving this one to the pros was definitely the right choice. And we will be here and get to film a bunch of steps along the way, learn a lot along the way.
It'll probably be just the next BMW bike will hopefully be the reveal of all this, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you guys are new.
But there's going to be so much behind the scenes.
Instagram.
Yeah, and your Instagram too will be extra
You'll post some
behind the
things?
scenes.
Yeah.
Perfect. So follow both the Instagram pages to see the behind the scenes before the big reveal. See you guys in the next one. Take care. Have a great day.